to the actual NBA, and let's play a game of Believe It or Not with Big Perk and Bobby Marks. Hey, Big Perk, if I said the Knicks are going to upset the Celtics in a 7-game series, you believe it or not?
I would say, Greeny, you have lost your damn mind, and I love you to death. But we're talking about the Celtics, the defending champs that brought back everyone that are playing at a high level. When you talk about and looking at their depth, you got guys like Peyton Pritchard, Sam Howell, Luke Cornett stepping up, elevating their game. Old man Al Horford had 26 points a few nights ago in the game. Damn it, the Celtics are the real deal.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Bobby, if I said Steph and the Warriors are going to make the West Final, believe it or not?
I believe it. I think you have to look at the body of work of this Golden State team since the All-Star break. 18-5, certainly one of the top 4 teams, not just in the Western Conference, but in the NBA in general. But Greeny, I think there's 2 big ifs. Where are they seated? That's going to play a big role in this.
That's going to determine everything in the West, and nothing on that is certain, including with the Lakers. So, Big Perk, let me come to you on this one. If someone were to say the Lakers are the biggest threat to OKC in the West, do you believe that or not?
Hell no, I don't believe it. The biggest threat is the Golden State Warriors. They're the second best team in the Western Conference right now, Greeny. They check all the boxes. They have a superstar in Steph Curry, a reliable second option in Jimmy Butler, a guy that's probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year in Draymond Green. And again, we talked about the others. The others have really elevated their game and has been playing at a high level since the Jimmy Butler trade.
That's a fascinating one to me, and obviously here we are, it's 2025, and we're still talking about LeBron James and Steph Curry, and Steph got Butler, and LeBron got Luka. Expand on that thought for me here. Why is it, Big Perk, you have more faith in the Warriors than the Lakers going into the playoffs?
Well, I mean, because the one thing that matters the most, Green, is that defense still win you championships. You can be great offensively, but I just think the athleticism that they have at the wing position is key. You have Bajenski, who's a guy that is real feisty, a real feisty defender. Draymond Green, one of the best defenders we have ever seen. And then now we're witnessing a guy like Jonathan Kuminga come in and lose himself into the squad. Being that guy that's picking up 94 feet, one of the most athletic players in the game. And I just look at the way they play and they never switch up of who they are, their defensive identity. And by the way, I didn't even include Jimmy Butler in that conversation just now. We know how special he is on both ends of the floor.
So let's go to the other side of it then, Bobby. So we play a game here sometimes called bad game or bad sign, right? A team has a bad night and we say, I want to flip it. I mean, what the Lakers did on Sunday, I was all set to watch that game, and then the first time I checked the score, the Lakers were winning by 25 points on the road at OKC. I know it's just one day. Was that a good game or a good sign for the Lakers, Bobby, in this last week of the season?
Well, I think it's more of a good game. I mean, they're not going to shoot, 70% from 3 in a postseason game here. But I do think there is an identity here, certainly when you're making shots from the perimeter and you're getting stops on the defensive end. I don't care if it's Oklahoma City or Boston or Cleveland. They can compete with these 3 teams here.
Big Perk, final word.
Brittany, let me say this. When you look at the Western Conference, it's probably going to be one of the most exciting postseasons that we've ever seen. The matchups are going to be phenomenal. I think when it comes down to it, it's going to be decided based on matchups. If you look past the last week or two of what happened, we watched the Lakers beat the Rockets. We watched Golden State beat the Lakers. Then we watched the Rockets go into Golden State and hand them an L. And so, again, it's going to come down to matchups. But I'm looking forward to this postseason. The Clippers are playing well. Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves have won 5 straight. It's going to be one of the most exciting postseasons that we've seen in the last 5 years, especially in the Western Conference.
I agree with you, and it feels like everything. I'm just sitting here looking at the standings. It's impossible to guess what's going to wind up happening. So it's all going to come down most likely to Sunday. Guys, awesome. In the meantime, I want to do something new here. And this is called Just 3 Things You Should Know. Every morning I wake up to these unbelievable statistics from our research department, and they don't wind up making the show. Let me give you one from the NBA. Last night, DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine of Sacramento became the second duo in NBA history to each have 35 points in the same game for multiple franchises. They had done it when they were teammates in Chicago. The others, Gilbert Arenas and Anton Jamison, were the only other duo ever to do it.
Here they were down by 12, but the Gators are back on top with 46.5 to go. Lost the dribble. He's got to pick it up. Condon secures it, and Florida found a way. The Florida Gators are the national champions once again. The confetti, orange and blue, fills the air in the Alamo Dome.
Feeling just surreal. It's a crazy feeling, and I honestly can't even explain it, but it feels good, though.
That's an unforgettable finish in so many ways. And here we go. We got Seth, we got Sean, we got Hembo trivia for you guys. I don't like the look on Farnham's face. Here we go. What school, I'm going to reframe the question so it's easy to understand. What school has won the most NCAA tournament games, men's Division I, without ever winning the national championship? I got anything from either? Seth and Sean, what do you guys think?
That changes things a little bit because we said winningest, that seems like a percentage thing. And then we'd look at Gonzaga because of the number of wins that they've had in the NCAA tournament since 1999. What are you going to go?
I know we're wrong, but
we both thought Tennessee.
We thought Tennessee. That was the first thing. And Hembo, don't be dancing around like, you just took two guys, sleep deprived. You're asking us a tough question.
And you didn't even frame it right. You know how to use the words, Hembo. Winningest.
I mean, come on now.
Gonzaga was very close. Gonzaga is second with 47. But at the top is Purdue with 51 wins.
No.
Purdue.
I said that. Oh, no.
Purdue has won 51.
Now do they go to the picture of
said
Hembo
that.
celebrating?
Yeah.
It's tragic.
Go to that. Yeah.
It's tragic. Seriously. Throwing things at us, celebrating.
His headset
laughing.
falling off. Look at him
Boston,
just cackling away.
National, yes. Hembo is a very small man, and he takes great pleasure in these things. And so we just find it frustrating. Okay. Oh, I want to finish up the tournament conversation today with the following thought. Sean, I'll bounce it off you. I mean, you guys live and die with this sport. I thought this was an outstanding NCAA tournament. Outstanding. I thought that the quality of play, generally speaking, was as high as I can remember it being in a long time. It'll never be like it was back when guys like Grant Hill were spending 4 years in college. That's not a realistic bar to set. But as compared to what we've seen in recent times, let's call it the last 10 years or so, I thought the level of play was extraordinarily high. Steve Lapis at one point said, this is an NBA game being played with college rules. And while